On March 3rd, a tragic incident highlighted the grave situation prevailing in Pakistan. 11 people lost their lives in a stampede during the distribution of food aid in the southern Pakistani city of Karachi. With no respite in sight, Pakistan's economic meltdown continues, but just a few kilometers away, its neighbor, India, continues to amaze the world with its transformation as the fastest growing major economy in the world. 75 years after its partition from India, the situation Pakistan has turned out to be is a nightmare for its citizens. From inflation to food security, the unending woes have adversely impacted the country. Pakistan was hit by a double-edged sword as the country struggled to tackle surging inflation as well as food scarcity. Pakistan's inflation jumped to 35.37%, the highest since 1965 as per the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. Consumer prices have skyrocketed sharply over the past several months, resulting in annual inflation staying above 20% since June last year. The misery of Pakistan doesn't end here, as the Shehbaz government continues to fail miserably to tackle the food crisis in the world's fifth most populous country. Even after the horrific Karachi stampede that claimed 11 lives, people in Pakistan living in despair have no other option than to stand in serpentine queues to get flour.
महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा आटा 1160 रुपये का हो गया, नहीं खरीद सकते। 850 रुपये पेंशन मिलती है मुझे, इससे ज़्यादा और कुछ भी नहीं करते, पेंशन पे गुजारा कर रहे हैं।
ये तो नहीं अच्छा लगता क्योंकि जाहिर सी बात है, इतना रश है। एक तो बाहर से वालों की सुनो, पहले वहाँ पर उन्होंने रखा हुआ चेकिंग के लिए, फिर यहाँ चेकिंग के लिए, फिर फेस देख रहे हैं, मास्क उतार कर फेस दिखाएं आप वो है या नहीं है। अब किसी की मजबूरी है, किसी की सिस्टर नहीं आ सकती है बर्थ की वजह से, तो फिर वो क्या करें? वो अब उनको नहीं लेकर आ सकते। अगर सिस्टर आ रही हैं लेना तो ये उनको दे नहीं रहे।
Pakistan pinned hope on International Monetary Fund, but things turned complex for the cash-strapped nation which continues to struggle to secure a bailout package. Pakistan, which is overburdened with IMF's bailout conditions, remains in a limbo to fix its economy. Pakistan and the IMF have been negotiating since early February an agreement that would release $1.1 billion to the cash-strapped nuclear-armed country of 220 million people, and it's supercritical for the liquidity-challenged country whose deficient foreign exchange reserves needed an urgent shoring up. The funds are part of a $6.5 billion bailout package the IMF approved in 2019, vital to Pakistan to avert defaulting on external payment obligations. The IMF wants Pakistan to get the assurance of up to $7 billion to fund this fiscal year's balance of payments gap. While Pakistan has plunged into an abyss without a ray of hope, India is winning laurels from the world for its economic growth and vision.
India deserves to be called a bright spot on this otherwise darker horizon.
Last year, when Pakistan's economy was on the verge of collapse, India garnered applause from IMF.
India deserves to be called a bright spot on this otherwise darker horizon because it has been a fast-growing economy even during these difficult times. But most importantly, this growth is underpinned by structural reforms. Among them, the remarkable success in digitalization in India, from digital ID to providing all services and support on the basis of digital access. This has been indeed a huge factor for India's success. And the country is now stepping into taking the lead on G20 from that position of strength, which makes me strongly believe that we would see India leaving a mark on the world for years to come during next year's presidency. And what could that mark be? In what areas? It could be in the area of digitalization, including digital money. We know that we need regulation of crypto. We know that we need to get some more attention to cross-border payments, and how we are proposing public investment in the infrastructure of a cross-border payment platform. It can be in the area of bringing more fairness in our institutions. Next year we need to complete the 16th quarter review. India has been a very strong voice for the fund to be financially strong, and also to be a strong institution on the basis of fair representation of our members. It could be in renewable energy. What is not so well known, you know it, that India has really leapfrogged in terms of solar and other forms of renewable energy. So I very much look forward to next year, and I'm sure that it would make the people of India, the whole nearly 1.4 billion of them, are very proud.
From aeronautics and space to defense, India is gearing up to make its presence felt across the world with its immense potential. Recently, ISRO launches an LVM-3 rocket carrying 36 OneWeb satellites from Sriharikota. India's growth is not limited to science and tech, as India's aviation sector continues to increase its market share internationally. As per DGCA, the cumulative market share was 43.5% in October to December 2022, up from 39.2% in the corresponding period of 2019. Air India Limited made aviation history in February with the biggest aircraft order ever, agreeing to purchase a total of 540 aircraft from Boeing and France's Airbus that will help the Tata Group airline expand its horizons in India and abroad. India has also inked major defense pacts, including BrahMos Pact with Philippines. With India's focus set on Atmanirbharta, the country aims to become third largest economy in coming years. However, its neighbor, which continues to bear the brunt of economic crisis, terrorism and political turmoil, remains clueless without clear agenda-driven policies.